Today, me and my group going to explain the fetching Twitter data with the Apache Flume. So, yeah.
So our goal with getting Twitter data is to, like the other group, coincidentally, is to do a sentimental analysis on the COVID-19 vaccines, like the different types of them, or just like the vaccine in general, and correlate them to the news that comes out about them, like how it shifts between like, oh, this vaccine's good, and then, oh no, this vaccine's haram, and so you see how things kind of play out.
Okay. With the Flume architecture, a web server generates the data, and this data is collected by the agent in Flume, the channels, buffer this data to sync, which finally pushes it to centralized stores. In this example, we will create an application to get the tweets, and then provided by the Apache Flume, we will use the memory channel to buffer these tweets and HDFS to push this tweet into the HDFS. The same as last week architecture, but the difference is we're using the source and the service from Twitter and put them in the Flume agents, which is the memory channel. By We will have to follow this step, which is creating the Twitter application and install and start the HDFS and configure the Flume.
Yeah, so basically, these are the tools we're going to use to create the data set. But for the data processing and analysis, we'll use Python and its uh, multiple and like pandas and other things as well. Forgot to put that in. So next slide.
So for creating a tour application, it's actually quite simple. However, we have not fully tried it since we also need to sign up for it for the developer tool. Similar to what the previous group has mentioned, we can create it from developer.twitter.com or apps.twitter.com, which was previously named, and it is directly provided by Twitter. This will allow us to access the data from Twitter, which in this case would be tweets. Once the app is made, we will be given the necessary key and access tokens, and this will be used in the configuration of the Flume agent. The Flume agent will then stream and store the data in real time in HDFS, which will be elaborated further later on. Next slide.
Yeah, this is basically already explained before how we're going to capture the data. So just skip to the next slide. Okay, so in Twitter, there's a lot of people who just tweet to get haha laughs. So we're gonna have to weed that out, and then also have buzzer tweets that's like copied and pasted, weeded out as well. And then if we think of anything else after looking at the data, we'll clean that out as well. And we still haven't figured out how to do the analysis yet, but after looking at the other groups, I think we have an idea now. uh, so I think that's it for our presentation today. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yes. Okay, thank you very much for the sharing. Yeah. So my suggestion is actually is similar with others. Yeah. So please, you need to you and your team need to decide the focus on the direction that you want to collect the data and then go to the analysis. Yeah. So for example, if you think that vaccine is a good point that we can gather from the data, I think I think like previous group, is also working on the vaccine things. Yeah. It doesn't matter if we do the same things, but I believe the result will be different. The result will be something different. So it's okay. So that will be the good one. So please maybe sharpening your focus on the one term on the that triggering you to collect the data, and then it can be used for exploratory data analysis. and then it's also the data will be used for the next round of our journey in this class, yeah, in the course, yeah. Okay, so that's for me, and then yeah, Flam is good enough. It will be very interesting. So actually, what we want to discover is also what type of technology that can gather the data, and also the characteristic of data is different or not based on the technology that we use. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's good too. Thank you. Okay, I will stop the record first.